Some people do yoga to relax. I sculpt bugs out of clay and overthink their leg placement. Hi everyone, I'm Akiri and I make scrambled brain daydreams a reality with clay. Today I'm making a very cool horned beetle with dark metallic horns. I keep seeing them around my yard, and while they're beautiful and I would love to keep them all as a pet, I think they're happier outside. Plus, I just like things a little bit skewed, so I decided to make today's beetle huge, as well as decorate it with flowers that look like it's actually growing the flowers. So we're starting on the horns, and I really like fashioning them around my tool ends because if you know anything about ceramic is that it has to dry fully before it can go into the kiln, or else it's going to explode. But of course you can use whatever clay you want to use. I just have ceramic and porcelain on hand, so that's just what I use. I love adding detail anywhere I can. I don't know why, I think it brings things to life more than having no detail. So if your piece is looking a little wonk and like it's not finished, just keep adding detail. That's just the motto of my life. Are the horns entirely too big? Yes. Do you remember the beginning where I said that I tried to make this nothing like it's supposed to look like? Did I say that? I'm not sure, but I meant to. I love making things that more belong in my dreams than they do in the real world, because the real world is all around us, and I'm trying to decorate my home with things that bring me joy. Honestly, probably my favorite part of this entire sculpture was making the legs, because as I was rolling out the little snakes of clay for his legs, I squeezed it and saw that my fingerprints, my mid prints, my fist prints were the perfect texture for his legs, so that worked out amazing. I highly recommend going out and finding some of your very favorite cookie cutters, because they're going to save you a ton of time in the creation process, and you never know when you're going to be working on a project where just a shape that's your favorite cookie cutter comes in perfectly handy. Of course, I love altering the ready-made things, so if you do get a cookie cutter to assist your process, you can always take the shapes that you cut out and make them your own. So this is called slip trailing, where you make porcelain or ceramic clay super watery, and it's supposed to come out kind of like a 3D print sort of drawing type thing, and it works fantastic for a lot of people. Unfortunately, this was my very first time, and I am struggling AF. Seriously, this stuff did not want to come out of the bottle, and it came out all like patchy and lumpy, and all the edited clips of me having to wipe it off and restart again really do exist. They're not in this video, of course. But if you have any tips for doing slip trailing, please leave them below, because I struggled and I haven't done it since, and people do beautiful work with this. Mine, I decided to go with this is how I meant to make it look, and I knew that ceramic glaze over top of it, even though I was using clear glaze, was going to be very forgiving. So that's one of the pluses of using ceramic clay. But if you're using polymer clay, you can also put glossy top coat on, and that'll pretty much do the exact same thing. So like I said before, details, details, details. If your thing looks like it's just not complete, or you're just not loving it, it just means that you're not done. And of course, all beetles have this funky little design on their back, so I couldn't make a beetle without that. And of course, again with the slip trailing in 4 or 8 times speed, so please understand this is not how fast it works in real life, at least for me. And if you can notice how much I'm struggling yet again, and how wet his back is, because I've probably wiped it off 4 or 5 times at this point. But here I am finishing with some little pokey details that ended up being still pokey at the end. So did it turn out how I thought it would? No. Does any of my art? No. Do I still love it? I had to put it away for a little while, and yes, now I do. The glaze didn't work out how I wanted it to, but that's fine. I think it works really good. It's really pretty. I was going for like a very minimal kind of vibe, and now he lives on my wall.